Okay, welcome back, guys. We've got the barreled action installed on the shortened stock. I happen to have also installed some Tele 30mm rings with this Citron S-Tac scope. This is the 3:16 by 42 model. I was really after the 5:20 by 50. I really wanted that extra field of view, but someone had bought that scope just before I got in there, and this was actually the only S-Tac they had left, so they had to order the last one in for me. It's about 800 New Zealand dollars, which is, you know, not bad for a scope that is 30mm tube and dials as nicely as the Citrons do. A little bit disappointed with the glass in terms of the sort of like the overall the picture. The field of view is a little bit narrow with a 42mm objective. It's bright, but it's kind of a bit washed out compared to a Nikon, and the last scope I had was a Nightforce NXS 5.5 to 22 by 50. So, you know, obviously there's a huge difference in price there, and there's a huge difference in the optical clarity. Also managed to take it out for a quick shoot. Now, with the stock being as short as it is, you know, it's like 11.5-inch pull, man, that makes a huge difference when you are lying down prone, or even when you shoulder it, because, you know, the distance here, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but the distance that you need to keep your face away from the, you know, the eye relief on the cheek pad here, man, it was just way too close. So I had to hold the gun away from me whilst I was firing. So naturally groups were a bit crappy. Having said that, I did manage a half decent group. I'll get to that in a second. There's the actual difference in terms of the length of pull. Now this is for my son, he's 10. You know, he's going to be 11 this year. He's not very tall. He's pretty slightly built, and but he's mad. You know, he's mad keen on the hunting. I've got a Tikka T3 in 243, the super light version, and you know, that kicks way too much for him, even with the suppressor on. So the job now is to get a suppressor for the end of this. I'll probably go with an MAE can. I've got an N can for $200, which looks like it'll do a decent job. A bit heavy, but it's not really a major problem. And then get some groups through this. So what I will do though is I will actually put this back in the full size stock, and I've actually got a carbon fibre stock made by Stug Stocks here in New Zealand, and I will get that. I'll get that installed in there, because I know that's a great stock. You know, it's nice and solid. I get really good groups with my 243. So, you know, the next thing is to test out some ammo. I've got some Aussie Outback 69 grain. I think they're Sierra Match Kings in that. This is a 1/8 twist barrel, so it prefers the heavier pills. I've got a half decent group with the OSA 55 grain pills, and that seems to be like the sweet spot for the 1/8, you know, compared to the 1/12. You can shoot the 55s and higher. It doesn't seem to go any lower than that. Lots of people reporting mixed results with the 53 grain VMAX. I'm keen to sort of go up to 69 grain Sierra Match Kings, and I'm going to probably going to get some of those 75 grain ELDM pills and load them up once I get this thing shooting a bit better. I also noted that the barrel channel on this, I think, you know, it wasn't completely free floated. It was potentially free floated. So I just wrapped a bit of sandpaper around a dowel here and make sure I relieve that barrel area, the channel there. So next step, suppressor. Lob it back into a full size stock and see what sort of groups we can get. You know, with the OSA 55 grain. It hated the Hornady 55 grain soft point loads, just the bulk loads, and it also didn't like the Winchester 55 grain loads. So, you know, that's not really surprising. But the last Tikka T3 that I had, absolutely, and that was a 1/12. Absolutely loved the OSA 55 grain pills. You know, all three were touching at 160 yards. So that's it for today. I'll update you once we get the suppressor on and a full size stock, and I'll show you a few groups and so on, and then we'll get a video of the youngster shooting it once she's ready to go. Cheers.